Hello students. So today discussion is about the chapter water. So water is one of the main compound, students. So what is the formula of water? H2O. Yes or no? It is made up of 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. So why it is so important for us? Why? Because the first life emerges from water only. The first single celled organism developed from water only. That's what scientists say. Yes or no? From 4 billion years ago. So water is one of the crucial compound that every life is made up of. Everything, all the living things, even we are also made up of 70%, almost how much, students? 70% of water only. 70% means, if you ask, sir, where 70% means, it is not segregated at one place, students. It is mixed in complex form in all our cells, tissues, everything, in all our biological compounds. Not only for us, even the plants and animals. Which chemical is one of the essential? H2O, water. So the element water, student, it is called as element, the compound water is called as life, the compound of life. Why? Because we are all on this planet Earth, we are all carbon based life, we are all water based life. So scientists are searching for life on other planets, yes or no? No, what they are searching, what compound they are searching for? They are searching for H2O only. That means if H2O is there, there is a chance for the life. So got the clarity, students? Water is one of the main and crucial compound for the life, for the survival, for the existence also. No water, no life. That's it. There is no other statement. So here, students, water is a common chemical substance that is essential for all the survival of all known forms of life. Around 70% of our body is made up of water only. Where it is, like I said, in all our tissues, cells, biological compounds, everything, it forms complex, and water is one of the main compound for the transport of all the nutrients throughout the body, not even for us, even for the plants and animals also. So water is essential for industries and for power generation, and for the transport by the seaways also, students, right? Correct. Water is also mainly, not only we are all made up of water, we are all using water for many different purposes, for industries, for manufacturing process, for the transportation also. Yes or no? Seaways, water only, na, students? So water is a key chemical compound on this planet Earth. What is the formula? H2O, 2 hydrogens chemically combined with 1 oxygen, right? So how this water available in the nature, students? This H2O available in 2 forms mainly. One is in free state, second one is in combined states. Okay, these are all these three states: liquid, solid, gaseous form. These are all free states of H2O. That means H2O exists as H2O, that's it. So in these free states of water, we have solid, liquid and gas. So what is solid form of H2O? Ice. What is liquid form of H2O? Water. What is gaseous form of H2O? Water vapor. Yes or no? Where do all these states exist, students? For example, solid state. Where does it exist? It exists in the polar regions. Yes or no? Is in the form of snow, ice, right? So sometimes even hailstones will form solid hails. So that is also solid form of H2O only. Liquid state, where this is available, liquid state everywhere, right? We're all on this planet Earth, majority is liquid water only, students. Oceans, right? Got the clarity? Rivers, ponds, lakes, they all comes under surface water. Why? Because they're all present on the surface. Not only surface water, some water also present under the ground also, in the aquifers. That water is called as groundwater. We are using for the drinking purpose, for the irrigation purpose, right, students? So that is in the liquid state. Next, gaseous form. Where does this gaseous form of water vapor, where does it exist? Here only, in the air. What is the proof? Take a glass of water, take a normal empty glass, add some ice cubes, or pour some chilled water. You'll observe some droplets on the outer surface of the glass. Yes or no? This is a common phenomenon, right, students? While drinking soft drinks also, some water droplets will form outside. Why that droplets are forming inside water? Is it coming outside of the glass? Is it traveling through the glass? No. The reason is the water molecules which are present in the air, which are vapor, when they comes in contact with the cold surface, they will condense and they form water droplets. That means water vapor is present here only, na, students? That is the third physical state of H2O, called as water vapor, which is present in the gaseous state. And this water vapor is one of the crucial state for all these maintaining water cycle. For it forms through evaporation, it condenses and it forms a cloud, it precipitates and it falls as a rain. It's a completely water cycle, students. So water on this planet Earth, H2O on this planet Earth, H2O is the only chemical on this planet Earth which is available in all the three physical states: solid state, liquid state, gaseous state. Just do you have any chemical in your mind which exists in all the three physical states in general, without our influence? In general it exists. Iron, how does it exist? Solid only. Sir, we can melt. Yes, we can melt by maintaining that conditions. But are we doing for the case of H2O? No, H2O is already there in the solid form, in the liquid form, in the gaseous form also. That is only chemical. So right, next. So occurrence of water in the combined state. In the combined, H2O already combined. Then how it is combining again? It is combining means, students, it forms water of crystallization with many minerals, with many salts. For example, washing soda. What is the formula? Na2CO3 dot 10H2O. Yes or no? Blue vitriol. What is the formula? CuSO4 dot 5H2O. That means some number of water molecules are attached to the salts or not. That is called as combined state. Not only that, students, even the water molecules in the beginning slide which I explained, they are all present in our body, yes sir, in the form of cells, tissues, carbohydrates, everything, all the biological compounds, they form complexes. A tomato, how much percentage of water? Almost 90% of water only. A potato, almost 70 to 80% of water only. Watermelon, 80 to 90% of water only. Water means, is it pure water? No. It is combined with the chemicals which are present in that particular substance. Understood, students? For example, tomato, mainly it contains oxalic acid. It is in combination with that oxalic acid, like that. Right? So that is the combined states of H2O available in all the life forms in the cell level. So water exists in the combined state in the tissues and of plants and animals. It has been estimated that 70% to the 80% of the body weight of plants and animals is in the form of water in the combined states only. Free states means solid, liquid, gas. Combined state means we are the best examples. Our body, is it possible for us to survive without drinking water for a day? Is it possible, students? Impossible. Without food also we can survive maybe one day. Without water, highly impossible, students. So we easily dehydrate. So that's why we need water for our all biological processes. Why? Because water is the chemical which transport all this, supply all the nutrients, everything throughout the body. Not only for in the human beings, even the plants and animals also. So water is one of the key chemical for us. Importance of water in the human life. Let's see all the points. In the human body, process like digestion, circulation and excretion are largely regulated with the help of water. So what the doctors say, if you are suffering from constipation, what the doctors say, drink water in the early morning. Yes or no? Why? So water is one of the main chemical to enhance the process of all these biological activities. So mainly excretion, not only excretion, all these things, mainly all the supply of all the nutrients also. Water dissolves all the salts and the nutrients present in the food consumed by us. These are then absorbed by the body. This is one of the main points, students, which explains the solubility nature of water. Water can dissolve many compounds. That's why water is called as universal solvent. Water, H2O, is called as universal solvent. That means it can dissolve many compounds. If it can dissolve many compounds, from this solution, our body can absorb the useful nutrients. So that is what happening. That's how the system, that's how we are made up of. That's how all our biological activities are going on. Understood? Based on H2O only. So blood, which is made up of mostly of water, carries dissolved food materials to the cells. An aqueous medium is required to carry out all the metabolic reactions in the body. So aqueous medium means, aqua means water only. Anything which is dissolved in water, that solution is called as aqueous solution, students. Sodium chloride, salt, salt is dissolved in water. How can we say simply? Aqueous solution of sodium chloride, that's it. So this solution, ultimately the same point, the solutions of water, which all the nutrients, all the good things which are dissolved in water, absorbed by the body. That's how we are surviving. That's why H2O is very, very crucial compound for the existence of life. Next, water pollution, right? Water, H2O, not only it can dissolve all the useful compounds, students, some harmful chemicals can also dissolve. Yes, sir, no, does it water? No, is it useful or harmful? It's a compound simply. For us it is harmful or useful? Yes or no? Got the clarity? It's a simply compound. It can dissolve many compounds. So it can also dissolve some of the impurities also, harmful chemicals also. Yes or no? Then how can we get rid of that? How water is made safe for drinking? So we have the following process to purify the water purification techniques for us for drinking purpose. First, by boiling, right students? So in general during the rainy seasons, what everyone suggests, so while drinking water, try to once warm it, heat it, boil it. Yes or no? Why because students, any bacterial growth, any viral growth is there. By heating, this bacteria will be dead. Understood? Then it is good for drinking purpose. So that's why by simple boiling, by simple heating, by gently heating, we can make water get rid of all the bacterial and viral growth, and that can make water safe for drinking. This is one of the techniques, students. So next, by the chemical treatment. For example, a big tank of water is there which is supplying the whole village or a city. So students, how can you boil that tanks and tanks of water? Is it possible? So then how can we do it in a more efficient way? How can we make it safe for drinking? By adding halogen tablets, mostly chlorine. Halogen is a group name in the periodic table, students. So mostly chlorine. Chlorine is a element, its molecule is Cl2 molecule of element, chlorine gas. So this chlorine, students, it has antibacterial property. It's a disinfectant, it can kill the germs. So when this chlorine is added to the water, that water is called as chlorinated water, and the process is called as chlorination. And when this added to the water, what happens? All the germs will be dead, all the bacterial or viral growth, if anything, which are the reasons for all the diseases. Yes or no? They will be dead. But here, remember one point here which is not there in our syllabus. Addition of excess chlorine is also not good for health. Chlorine is the main chemical, is one of the reasons for the cancer also, students. Remember, just remember. So mostly in the cities, what water are we drinking? Chlorinated water only. Yes or no? All the supply of big containers, they simply add these halogen tablets, and that's they can stop the growth of all the bacteria and viral. So by ultraviolet radiation, this is also being adopted in the cities with water purifiers. Yes or no? These water purifiers can filter all the harmful things. Not only that, they can use ultraviolet radiation to kill the germs and all the bacteria present in the water, and it can make safer drinking. So by ultraviolet radiation also, where it is used? Why it is used? To kill the bacterial and viral growth. And by distillation process, this technique is mostly adopted by the industries, students, for the laboratory use. Distillation process, you can see the image here, students. So by taking a round bottom flask and by taking the solution of water, not only pure water, some dirt water, any water, some dissolved, all the components are there. So if you heat it, if you boil it, if you heat the water till its boiling point, what is the boiling point of water? 100 degrees Celsius, right? Then what will happen, students? Water becomes into water vapor, and this water vapor, you can see this arrangement, tube kind of arrangement. This vapor can travel through this pipe or not. Here we have a special equipment called as condenser. Through this condenser, we can cool down these vapors. If you cool down these vapors, again water vapor condenses into liquid water. Here we are heating it, here we are cooling it. Why we are here heating it? We want the water, H2O molecules only, right? These H2O molecules in the vapor form travels through this space and enters into this funnel kind of arrangement. Here it will be cooled down, and these vapors again condenses to form liquid water. Now, what is the difference between, students? What is the difference between this and this? This is impure water. Yes, sir. It contains all the dissolved minerals, impurities, harmful. But what is this? It is pure water. Pure water means only water. This is also called as distilled water. Is it good for drinking? The answer is no. This water is not good for drinking. Why? Because does it have any minerals, students? Our body requires minerals. Yes or no? Normal tap water or groundwater contains minerals. That is good for drinking. But here it contains only water. Where it is used? It is used by the industries. It is used in the laboratory. Why? Because in the laboratory they want only H2O. They don't want all the sodium ion. They don't want the calcium ion or magnesium ion. Yes or no? So mostly this is also used in the batteries also. Have you seen? Mostly in the, if you have these inverters in the house, they use this special water called as distilled water. Sir, what happens if they use tap water? Tap water contains salts. They undergo electrolysis. They undergo salt formations there. The decomposition process takes place. Understood? That's why distilled water is used by the industries. Industries means how? Industries contains big boilers, yes sir, big containers. They used to boil all the things. So whatever they are preparing. So if they use the tap water, what will happen, students? Tap water contains salts, and these salts deposit on the tank. They form a white layer, yes or no? That salt can react with the tank and it can make a hole out of the tank. Understood? That's why they don't want tap water. They want only water. That water they can get by the distillation process. So right. So next, students, experiment to show that the presence of dissolved solids in tap water. So this is an experiment to show the dissolved solids in the tap water. For this we have a beaker, normal beaker contains tap water, and we have this, students, watch glass where the tap water is placed. Here the tap water is placed, and a folded paper is also placed in combination between the watch glass and the normal beaker. So now this beaker is placed on a tripod stand. If you boil the water, then what will happen? This will form the steam, yes or no? Definitely. And because of this temperature, the tap water on the watch glass also gets evaporated or not? If the water gets evaporated, then what will remain in the watch glass? What will remain, students? The dissolved salts will remain. You can see like this kind of arrangement. Some concentrated concentric circles will form, yes or no? What the circles are made up of? They are made up of salts or any other impurities present in the water. That is tap water. Understood? I had no need of all this experiment. While washing dishes, yes or no, at home, what will happen sometimes after washing? If you keep it aside, some water is present on a plate or any dish. It will slowly evaporate. It forms white circles kind of thing. Have you observed on the plate sometimes? If you're living in a place where there is more dissolved salts, you can observe that white circles will form. That is what? The same experiment. What is that? What are that white powdery substance? That is dissolved salt. Salts means what they are made up of? Sodium chloride, magnesium salts, calcium salts, mainly carbonates, bicarbonates. Understood? They are present in the tap water, groundwater mainly. So this is an experiment to prove that the presence of dissolved salts in the tap water, students. So are these dissolved salts are good or bad? Students, it depends. It depends. So to 1%, it is very good. No salts, it is very bad. High percentage is also bad. To one level only, it is good for our health. So these dissolved salts provide a specific taste to the water. That's why water tastes in a different way. In general, water is tasteless, yes or no? But we can feel the taste of the water sometimes in different areas. That is because of the presence of different salts in different areas. So, and it is for the same reason that water is different places taste differently. Moreover, these salts are needed by our body. They do not have any food value, but their deficiency can cause the number of diseases. Our body need to maintain that nutrient level, that mineral level in our body. Otherwise, students, what will happen? That can lead to many diseases, the lack of minerals. So that's why in the market also they are selling water. What they are calling it as a mineral water. What are the meaning of minerals? These dissolved salts of sodium chloride, magnesium salts, calcium salts. These are minerals only. In general, in the nature, the minerals are there. They are good for health, but excess percentage, very bad. No minerals, also bad for the health. Understood, students? Right. So dissolved salts act as micronutrients for plants and help in their growth and the development. So not only for our purpose, for the human beings, for the animals, even for the plant life also. When we water the plants, what will happen, students? The nutrients present in the soil dissolve in the water. Yes or no? Water is a best solvent. And this water will be absorbed by the roots of the plant, and these nutrients can enter into the plant system and it grows, and it absorbs all the nutrients, it grows. This is the whole process behind the usage of water. So next experiment to show the presence of dissolved gases in water. So dissolved salts are there, gases also there, means the answer is yes. For example, aquatic life, all the fishes, all the aquatic animals, how they are surviving? Respiration process, right? One of the key process for all the survival. Then how they are getting oxygen? They are living inside the water. How they are getting oxygen? In water contains in general dissolved oxygen, students. That means oxygen also dissolves in water. So because of this oxygen only they are surviving. All these points we'll discuss in the coming slide. First let's see the experiment. Simple experiment, same round bottom flask, but it contains a tube like kind of arrangement which is directly placed in another beaker containing water. Okay, it contains this beehive shelf which is filled with the water, right? So when you heat this round bottom flask which contains water, tap water. Heating means how much? Not till the boiling point. If you heat till the boiling point, what will happen, students? Water vapor will enter. We don't want water vapor. We want to prove the gases present in the water. What are the gases? Oxygen is present. Carbon dioxide is present. Yes or no? So we have to heat below the boiling point or near to the boiling point only. Then what will happen? All the dissolved gases, they enter. Yes or no? Definitely by the heating, they can get the kinetic energy, they evolve and they move through this funnel and they enter into this rectangular shaped funnel, and here we can observe the droplets of water. They want to occupy this empty space. So how do they go? Inside the water, how the gas particles will move like a droplets, yes or no? So these droplets will appear here. This shows that the presence of dissolved gases present in the water. Dissolved gases means not only oxygen, carbon dioxide also. For example, simple soft drinks are there, students. The moment when you open the soft drinks, have you seen the inside? What is happening? The bubbles will trying to escape out. Yes or no? What is that? Nature is called as effervescence. That proves CO2 dissolves in water as well as oxygen also, right? So importance of dissolved gases in the air, like air in water, respiration process. That means all these animals intake oxygen. How do they take? They have a special equipment by their gills. They take the oxygen and they release carbon dioxide. So respiration is one of the key process for all the living things in this planet Earth, students, right? Importance of dissolved carbon dioxide in water. So photosynthesis by water plants, not on this earth. Even water, inside the water also there are many plants are there, yes or no? So how do these plants are surviving? How the photosynthesis is happening? So by the dissolved oxygen present in the waters. Same photosynthesis reaction. CO2 plus H2O gives rise to C6H12O6 plus oxygen gas in the presence of sunlight. They won't get that much of sunlight, but with the limited amount only, this process of photosynthesis takes place by taking dissolved carbon dioxide present in the water. Next, formation of shells by water animals. Have you seen the snail? It has a soft body, and that soft body is covered by a thick line of shell. Yes or no, students? What it is made up of? Look at the process. Because limestone is mainly made up of calcium carbonate, right? This limestone present inside the stone, it's a stone present inside the water. It reacts with carbon dioxide and water. It forms calcium bicarbonate, which is a dissolved salt, and the animals take this dissolved salt and they can prepare that shell. They prepare that shell. So mostly snails, and their ranges from small size to bigger size also, yes or no? So that is mainly because of this dissolved carbon dioxide, this process is happening. That is one of the adaptation by the water animals, some type of water animals. So during this evolution process, right? So that's all, students. In this video we discussed about the importance of water, presence of dissolved salts, dissolved gases, free states and combined states of water. In the coming video we'll focus on some soft water, hard water, physical properties and chemical properties of water. I hope you got the clarity, students. Thank you.